Hello everyone, this is Kamal Vyas, your Scrum Guide. If you're a product manager, you already know the struggle. Too many meetings, too many ideas, too many documents, too much stakeholder pressure. And somehow you still have to create clarity, define priorities, and move product forward. This is exactly where Anthropic's Claude can help. In this video, let's understand in the simplest possible way how Claude can become a smart assistant for product management. First, let's start from scratch. Claude is an AI assistant created by Anthropic. You can think of it as a very smart digital teammate. It can read large amounts of information, organize ideas, summarize documents, write drafts, and help you think through product decisions. Claude is not a replacement for a product manager. It does not own strategy or accountability, but it can save a huge amount of time on repetitive thinking, writing, and documentation work. Anthropic can also provide a product management plugin for Claude, designed specifically for tasks like writing specs, planning roadmaps, synthesizing research, preparing stakeholder updates, doing competitive analysis, and reviewing metrics. Now, why do product managers need this kind of help? Because a PM's job is not just building features. A PM has to understand customer problems, write clear requirements, prioritize what matters most, align engineering, design, and business teams, track outcomes, and communicate constantly. Product management is less about coding and more about thinking, writing, organizing, and decision making. And that's exactly where Claude is strongest. Let's look at some practical use cases. The first use case is writing PRDs and feature specs. If you have a rough feature idea, Claude can help turn that into a structured PRD. You provide the problem statement, target users, expected outcome, and business goal. Claude can draft user stories, requirements, acceptance criteria, risks, assumptions, and success metrics. The key point is this: Claude gives you the first draft, not the final answer. You still apply your product judgment before anything ships. The second use case is user research and customer feedback. Product managers deal with interview notes, survey responses, support tickets, app reviews, and feedback from sales or customer success. This data is usually messy and overwhelming. Claude can summarize this information and surface common pain points, repeated feature requests, emotional patterns, frustrations, and hidden themes. Instead of spending days synthesizing notes, you can move from raw feedback to clear insights much faster. The third use case is prioritization and roadmap thinking. One of the hardest PM decisions is what to build now, what to build later, and what not to build at all. Claude can help by organizing options against criteria like customer impact, business value, effort, urgency, dependencies, and risk. It can also help structure a roadmap into now, next, and later. Claude does not decide priorities for you, but it makes trade-offs clearer and decisions easier to explain. The fourth use case is stakeholder communication. Product managers often explain the same update in different ways to leadership, engineering, design, sales, support, and customers. Claude can help generate executive summaries, stakeholder updates, release notes, meeting summaries, follow-up messages, and status reports. You start with one source update, and Claude helps tailor it for different audiences, saving hours every week. The fifth use case is competitor analysis and metrics review. Claude can help compare competitors on features, positioning, pricing, strengths, weakness, and messaging. It can also help interpret product metrics. If activation drops, churn increases, or retention improves after a release, Claude can help you think through possible explanations and next questions. Instead of staring at dashboard alone, you get help turning numbers into a story. Now here's the most important lesson. Do not use Claude to make product decisions for you. Use Claude to think faster, write faster, organize better, communicate clearly, and reduce manual effort. The best way to use Claude is simple. Claude for speed, human for judgment. That combination works. To summarize, Anthropic's Claude can help product managers with writing PRDs and feature specs, summarizing user research, prioritizing roadmap options, drafting stakeholder updates, analyzing competitors, and reviewing product metrics. Claude is not your product manager, but it can absolutely become your most useful product management assistant. Used well, it frees up time so you can focus less on documentation and more on building the right product.